Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going Q4 of the weekly contest 416. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. And this one, we have count substrings that can be rearranged to contain a string too. Yeah, and hit all the buttons. I said it in the wrong order or different order than I usually do. But yeah, for this one, I would say it's a little bit silly, honestly, if you ask me, that this is a Q4. As you can see, 3,000 people got it. I mean, if you haven't gotten it, it's okay. It's not a... I think if you haven't done it before, it could be tricky, but the problem is that this has been a problem before, and not even a hard one. I don't think. I could be wrong. There's only like a little minor thing that you have to observe, but also that observation is also needed in Q3, I believe. So it makes this a Q4 a little bit weird. 11 points on silly problems. It makes it really hard to trust Leetcode administrator to know what they're doing, but who knows? What does Larry know of what they're doing? In any case, first of all, this is the same problem as Q3, except for n is a little bit bigger. So I did a lot of the explanation about the sliding window that is needed on this part on Q3's video. I'm not going to repeat it. I don't even feel like copy and pasting it. So just click on that and make sure, if you don't understand it, understand Q3's videos first, and that should kind of get you the idea. And then, so the Q4 change from Q3 is just an implementation change. Spoiler alert, or whatever, pause if you need it. But Q3, basically what we reached is that, maybe I shouldn't have closed the window. Q3, what we have reached is that the solution is going to be n times a, right? It's going to be this, but yeah. But for this particular problem, and I'll make this slightly bigger, hang on. Yeah, for this problem, n is going to be 10 times fast, or n is going to be 10 times bigger, making this removing the digit, which makes it too slow. So then now for this one, the idea here is, if we look at this code, what are we doing here, right? This is from Q3. The thing is that, okay, well, this good function taking 26 times, so we need to make it a little bit better, or maybe 26 times faster. And this is a very much an implementation trick, like if you've seen it once, you probably come up with it, and it's just what I call bookkeeping and keeping it in a good way. But the idea is just to make sure that you have enough things. Yeah, and I think you can write this in a number of ways. I'll go over how I wrote it, but you can actually write this in another way as well, which I'll demonstrate in a sec. The way that I did it is with instead of counting up as we had in the other one, in the other one we have a count up for the counter, we can count down, right? And yeah. And what I did is that I also stored the extra thing, as you will see in a second. But there are other ways to do it. This is the way that I thought about it during the contest. It's not necessary. And yeah, and I think you can even optimize some parts away. Like for this good, I have this if good, but I don't even need it, right? Because if you record from the other one, we can just even write it this way, and it'll be good enough. But hopefully, because that'd be funny if it doesn't work. But yeah, but basically now we count down instead, right? So here, this is very similar to the other code, but the idea here is that, okay, no, we add a thing, and if this is an F, then we add it to the current window by subtracting it from the current window, because we're doing a negative counter, right? So instead of saying we have 0, 0, and then we check to see each character is correct, we do it this way. We also have an extra thing, because then now it can go into the negatives, right? Because basically the idea here is that let's say we have this input, then the idea is that we start off with C is equal to 3 A's, 1B, 1C, right? And then as we see characters, as we not word one, we'll use another arbitrary one. But as we see characters, maybe we have 4 A's in a row. So then we want to have a negative 1A. I mean, not actually, right? But yeah, 1B, maybe 0C or something like that. And then the idea here is that we want to also count this as 0. And the magic about what we're doing right now is really in this line. This is basically saying that, okay, if this is 0, then we delete this key from the map. And this combination with length c is equal to 0 allow us to do what we need, because this now checking the length of the C, which is the number of items, number of unique keys in C. If we check the number of unique keys in C and it's equal to 0, then that means that there's nothing in the C, right? And that's basically the idea behind this one, is that if we decrement it and there's 0 items, then we remove it from C, the current Windows map. And well, this is true, then we do this thing, which is the reverse of it, which is to remove things. Of course, in this case, we want to remove it from extra first, because this is basically how we represent negative. And C, we can, C, we can return it here. That's basically the idea. I think this extra thing is a little bit confusing, but we can make some changes to this actually. Yeah, we can make some changes to this actually, but yeah. But that's basically the idea, is that, okay, well, this is O of n loop. Here, everything is O of 1 operation. Well, this is O of 1. This is amortized O of 1, as we said. Same thing as in Q3, which is that for every character, it can only be added and removed 1. So that's why, and all these are O of 1 operations, making all of these O of 1. And so this is O of n, regardless of the number of characters in the alphabet. And it's kind of weird that they kind of did it this way, because they didn't need to make this alphabet. They could have just changed this to using numbers, for example, so that now you cannot do this anymore. And that would have been much easier way than this weird hint of whatever. It's like such a weird problem, right? Like they have this note, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have done both, for example, and just not have only English letter, and that'll be a very obvious thing to optimize. But I mean, you might not get how to optimize it, but you know that you have to without them telling you the hint. What a crappy problem, right? I don't know. The problem is fine actually, but it's just like the setup around it is just so weird. I don't know what to make of it. But in any case, that's basically the idea. If the extra stuff looks a little bit confusing, we can actually rewrite this a little bit, right? So we can use C. We don't maybe we have like a or done thing, right? So yeah. And then we still count down. You can maybe even count up if you like, and you'll see what I'm trying to do next. Maybe an or done thing. So then here, if current is equal to F, then we subtract. We always subtract. If see the current is equal to 0, actually this should be a set. And then that means that or done of C, or done at C of current, right? Because we know that this is zeros, right? So maybe you could even write like, yeah, or done is fine. And then now while length of or done is equal to length of F, meaning that it matches the number of unique characters because it's one by one. This we do the same thing. If it's not an F, we continue to just skip ahead. Otherwise, we don't even need to do this. We just kind of add it back in, right? And then now we go, well, if we add it back in, then if C.current is equal to 0, that means that once you add in, it's going to be from 0 to 1. That means that it's no longer done. So then now we can remove C of current. And that's maybe like another way to think about it. This should be another way of thinking about it, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. So yeah. So you subtract 1, it's going to be 0. Oh, because this could be negative, so that's why. No, that if statement is not needed. I think that's actually a very confusing if statement. Okay, well, apparently we still got some stuff to do. Current is equal to, let me double check. Why is this wrong? Alright, well, this is what happens when you try to do it live. Yeah. See real quick, why is it just giving zeros there? Okay, so we're now moving left. So then now we have to do F is the original, right? Oh, we don't add stuff to the set. Why? Oh, we add the 0. We don't add the... Okay, I'm just being dumb. Yeah, obviously you add the character as marking it being done. And then, yeah. And then you could see that, and maybe this is slightly more, less confusing than the extra stuff, which I did during the contest, so I don't know. But yeah, but you can see that if it goes to 0, then you have all done, and it could go negative, right? But as long as it doesn't go from 0 back to the positive, which is what we have here, then that's good enough. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. This is also our event for obvious reason. And now I think the code is much tighter as well in a 1 kind of way, right? For each character. And yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. And in terms of space, this is just O of 26, O of alpha, where alpha is the size of the alphabet, which I forgot to mention in Q3 this video. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And yeah, you could watch me sub it live during the contest next. 3:12:15. All right. I don't know if this is fast enough. We'll see. I thought it would be too slow, honestly. That's why I didn't do it. All right, how are we doing on time? Q4. People already got it. 102 of you already got it, so I'm really behind today because I just doubted myself on the timing on that one. That is also another impossible to guess problem, right? So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong because I analyzed it incorrectly. All right, focus. Word 1, word 2. To have word 2 as the prefix. X. Number of radic of substrings of word 2. Okay. So we're okay. So ABC. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, substrings, not sub. Okay. Oh no, but you could rearrange them, right? That's the point. Yeah, okay. I mean, this is... Oh, well, people are very fast on this, actually. Maybe not, I don't know. What's the difference? Is it just a bigger... I mean, I guess that's nice, but that's dumb still. Okay, anyway. Is it a set function thing again? So basically, we ask... Yeah, okay. We just need a thing, right? Okay, f is equal to collections dot counter of word 2, right? And then we want what we call it, factorial. Is there not a mod thing? Oh, I guess substring is never going to be mod. But do I not need factorial for this? I don't know. Well, oh, it's only up to 20. No, that's not true. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need. Maybe I don't know. What am I doing? Okay. And it's substring, not just. It's not the count. It's a substring. So it's a sliding window. Right. What does sliding window look like? So then you minimize. But everything before that is fine. That's the minimum requirement. Yeah, okay. So that's why it is not n factorial. Because it doesn't. Oh yeah, because it's rather not count the number of things. Okay. Yeah, I was too slow on Q2. I was just confused by it. for x in word 1, right? Yeah. Okay, and then now we want to say but we actually want f is equal to word 2. Okay, so it's 10 times bigger, so I can't do the thing. It's just the thing, the trick with the thing, right? So then this, we just do then we have to count. How do we I mean, this is pretty straightforward, I think. So we only care about current in C, right? Yeah. Wait. Say in F. Then now, if C of current is greater than 0, we just subtract it. Otherwise, C of current, then it's going to be negative. Or now it's going to be 0, right? So then now if C of current equals 0, yeah, I don't know. Else extra of current increment by 1, say, so we could have it later. Okay. If it's equal to 0, we delete it. Okay, so that's the increment. And then now, okay, so then now, if length of C is equal to 0, then now the left side is going to be good. So then it's so then left is the number of things, right? So count is going to be, you go to left plus 1. Yeah. How do we know when to increment? Oh, decrement. Okay, so then no, I don't want this. I want something like, well, length of C is equal to 0. We increment, right? So then current is equal to word 1 dot left, and then now we go if current in extra, we just subtract it back. If extra of current is equal to 0, we delete it. Okay. Otherwise, then we want to add it back to C. So C of current is equal to increment by 1. That's only if we care about it. So if current not in F, we continue, I guess. Okay, so then now okay. And then now we're done, then left is going to be the thing, right? Okay, so before we do it, we go, okay. Now, what do we want? Exactly. Because you want to shrink. Okay, otherwise then okay, yeah. So, okay, yeah, I see. So then now, if right minus left is greater than the number of characters is going to be one is greater than length of word 2, then we just add left plus 1, right? Something like that. 302, that's not right at all. We have and then so we go all the way. Okay, so we go enough characters, but that doesn't mean that this was done before. Right, because okay, so we have 3 characters, we have some stuff. So we have to trigger it once, right? I guess if good, this is fine. Left actually is going to be the one over it, so I think this is fine. 110 0. Yeah, let's YOLO it. I think this is mostly right. Maybe not. I don't know. Am I? Yeah, okay. I think this is linear too, so I think this should work. 110 0. Let's see. If it times out, then you know Leetcode just sucks. Yeah, I mean I took too long on Q2. I think I just misunderstood what Q2 was. Did someone get in 2 minutes because of chat? Yeah, thanks for watching everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest. Yeah, I thought this contest was kind of crap, but yeah, stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.